have to let the hot tea sit for a bit. Man, I don't even really know where to begin. I've had this and I loved it. I thought I was going to switch to an iPhone. If this wasn't gonna do it, I'm going back to an iPhone. But this is a little spoiler alert. I still have this phone, and that would say that, yeah, I'm not going back to an iPhone anytime soon. All right, talking about this phone, let's talk about the thing I really love about this phone. Let's talk about all the good stuff. The phone itself has so many cool things. One of the best thing is speech to text, and I've said this a lot on Twitter because I really think it's the best feature, speech to text, on any phone. Speech to text is so good on this phone that I really have not even typed that much when I'm texting people. All I do is just hit the microphone and I'm speaking, and then the text comes out. It put a comma, a period, anywhere. It knows that I need it there, and it just puts all those punctuation there, which helps out a lot because then I don't have to press all those things. I just talk just like this, and then the subtitles just comes on up, or the text in that case. That is the biggest thing. I do that for emails, I do that for comments, I do that for descriptions. You're talking about like Instagram descriptions, YouTube comments. I reply to all you guys on YouTube through this phone, and I'm just speaking on it. I even write my tweets on it. You're talking about anything that has to do with texting, I'm actually speaking. It isn't 100% perfect, but it's like really high, like 98% perfect, maybe 97. And I just corrected the other 3%, which is not a big thing. The only time it ever mess up would be like names, street names, things like that, and those are easy to fix. Just go back and fix the name. But everything else, so good, so good. The other thing that this phone has that other phone doesn't is call screening. And I'm talking about the things that this phone specifically has that other phone doesn't, because let's just go in and talk about other stuff, and you know, people will be like, that other phone has it already. This one is call screening. You don't understand how much you need it until you actually use it. We get a lot of random numbers nowadays. We as in you too. I get a lot, and I know I get a lot, and sometimes it says spam calls, and most of the time it doesn't. That being said, I don't want to pick up and know that some spam is on the other line, or some advertisement saying I want something, things like that. I just want to see who it is by not answering it. And that way I press call screening and Google will answer it for me. Google will talk to the person for me. I will get a whole transcript of the whole conversation. And if the other person says stuff like, hey, I'm your doctor just calling and talking to you about that thing we had a meeting about, I would pick up and I would talk to them. But if they just hang up, then I know that it wasn't important. I know that it was either a spam call or, you know, an advertisement, things like that, that they don't even want to wait. They just want to talk to me specifically, or it was designed to talk to a human. Call screening is just so good. Like, I honestly love it. The third thing that I really didn't think I would care about, and I thought it was a gimmick, was calling, let's say, a business, or making an appointment or something, or even calling customer service. You know how sometimes you'll get the operator talking to you saying, press 1 if you need this, press 2 if you need this, press 3 if you need this. The phone actually shows you all those options before the operator even says it. So then you just tap the number and it will skip through that whole thing. That is amazing. Like, those little things that we don't even think we need until it's there. And then you're like, Jesus, why don't any other phone has this? Like, it's so good. It's so fast on that side, and I just don't understand why any other phone has it. And yeah, I mean, the fact that Google has it, I get why they have it, and I get how they can do it, because they're Google. And I love it. I love them for it. I love this phone for it. It's great. And I'm just on number 3. Now, the camera. The camera is insane, you guys. The camera on this phone is way better than the Google Pixel 6, the 6 Pro, any of those. This camera is crazy good. I use cinematic mode a lot more than I thought it would, because yes, it blurs out the background, and yes, it won't look as good as like a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, but it looks pretty good. I mean, sometimes I use it and I don't I don't mind it. It actually looks smooth. So you kind of have like a different look to it, a different feel to it, right? The main thing is Google Assistant. Now, I can go on about Google Assistant, but if you've ever used it, you know it's actually the best one out there. Better than Siri's, better than Samsung, Bixby, of course better than Bixby. It's funny because I've been talking about the phone, what it does for me, like the assistant wise, like call screening and Google Assistant and speech to text. Like these are the things that other phones aren't that good at. And the fact that this phone is really good and you don't understand, like I use that a lot, and I'm sure a lot of you guys text, typing in, it just feels so different now. I love it. I love this phone for it, and it's making it really hard for me to switch to other phones. Let's talk about a couple things that I don't like about this phone. I don't like the bugs in this phone. I know it just came out, and I know they're probably gonna figure out all the fix for the bugs. Sometimes YouTube like cuts off like a part of it, and it just looks weird, and I can't do anything until I closed it. So that was really odd. And the fingerprints. It's definitely not as good as Apple's fingerprints or even Samsung's fingerprint scanner. I hope it gets better one day, and I hope it can improve a lot. But right now, it's really not that good. I just hope it gets better. I mean, you can put on it and it does open, but it's not that fast, and sometimes it can't even read my fingerprints. And this isn't one of those where I put only one fingerprint's memory in here. Okay, I put 2 of my thumb in here just so it knows it better. I've done all the hacks on it, and it still doesn't recognize my fingerprints that fast. They just need to improve on that. Pretty much that's it. Those 2 things is all I really don't like about this phone. Oh, by the way, I have this case on here because my daredevil self like really thought I can keep this phone clean and never drop it. I dropped it twice, and the whole back right here, it's completely shattered. And it's shattered to a point where glass is coming off. And I don't really want to take off this case, because if I do, the back pieces might start coming off. I haven't taken off this case since I put it on because I'm blocking off all the glass that's like broken right here. Oh yeah, by the way, that's a really cool feature right there. I just took a snapshot, well, a screenshot from just tapping the back. So you can tap the back like here, and the phone will take a screenshot, which is really cool. So yeah, we're looking at something, you just need to go like this, and the phone will take a screenshot. Dope. Things like that. It's so cool. Honestly, I enjoy it. I really enjoy those things. I don't think this tea is ready. No. So these are the things that I really like about the Google Pixel 7 Pro. And why am I laying on the ground? I don't know. I just feel like laying on the ground because I saw Athena. She's right over there. She's laying on the ground. So I thought, you know what? I'm just gonna go lay with her. Well, kind of, she's back there. If the phone is like this, right? If the phone has not been sent to me by Google, and they didn't say that I have to say good things, by the way. Should have said that in the beginning of the video. They didn't say anything. They didn't go, oh, hey, say all the good stuff about me. This is just a gift from Google. And I get to say whatever I want. Let's say this. This is what I really want to say. If they did not give me this phone, if they didn't send it to me, I'd probably still go buy one. Like, if I lost this one, I'd probably go buy another one. That's how good this phone is. Even after I got it for free, I'd probably get another one. The Google Pixel 7 Pro is, for me, the best phone to date. I can't even find a reason to switch. The only reason I would switch, I don't know. That's it. A lot of my friends who are Apple users ask me, when are you switching back to Apple? When are you gonna get Apple? I have everything Apple. I'm talking about I have an iPad, you know, I have a laptop, I have 2 laptops, I have AirPods, I have everything Apple, and this is the only thing that's not Apple, and honestly, I don't think I'm switching back. Yeah, probably not.